everyone, this is Miss Osterich here. Today we're going to be looking at the definitions for properties of mathematics. Many of these properties that you will see today are ones that you have probably already seen before in your past years of math. So basically we're just going to go through some of these. There will be 7 properties that we will talk about today. So the first property that we are going to look at is the associative property of addition. This basically says that when 3 or more numbers are added, the sum is the same regardless of the grouping of the addends. So let me just show you as an example here. If you were to add 2 numbers together in parentheses, so if we're following the order of operations, or as some of you may know it as PEMDAS, we would have to add what's in the parentheses first, and then we'd add anything that's outside of the parentheses. But what this is saying is that if we were to group them differently and they're all still being added together, it will still equal the same thing. So I have an example down here at the bottom. If I were to add 1 plus 2 together, that would be 3 in the parentheses, and then I would add this additional 3 out here, and that would be 6. Now if I change where the parentheses are, now the parentheses are on 2 and 3 over here on the other side of the equal sign. 2 plus 3 is 5, but when I add that number that's still outside of the parentheses, it still equals 6. So both sides of the equation are equal to each other. The only thing that changed was that the parentheses were on 2 different numbers. All right, so now we're going to look at the associative property of multiplication. So this is basically the same thing, but now we're talking about multiplication. So when 3 or more numbers are multiplied, the product is the same regardless of the grouping of the multiplicands. So what this is saying, just like we did with the associative property of addition, the parentheses is going around a different set of numbers. And if we're following the order of operations, we always have to do what is in the parentheses first. So in this example down here at the bottom, I would have to do 2 times 3 first, and that would be 6, and then I would multiply the 4 that's on the outside of the parentheses, and that would get me to 24. Now, the other side of the equation, the parentheses are around 3 times 4, which is 12. And then when I multiply the 2 that's on the outside, that's also 24. So we can see that these both are equal to each other, even though the parentheses are on different numbers. All right, the next one we are going to look at is the commutative property of addition. What this says is when 2 numbers are added, the sum is the same regardless of the order of the addings. So basically, if I add 2 numbers together, it doesn't matter what order they're going to be. So 1 plus 2 is the same thing as 2 plus 1. The next one is now the commutative property of multiplication, so very similar to the one we just looked at. The only difference here is that we're multiplying instead of adding. So when 2 numbers are multiplied together, the product is the same regardless of the order of the multiplicands. So if I were to take 5 times 4, it's still going to equal what 4 times 5 is. So both of the equations are going to equal 20, no matter what order they are in. All right, the next one we're going to look at is the addition property of 0. Basically what this says is that if you were to add 0 to any number, it leaves it unchanged. So if I were to add 0 to any number, I chose 4 here, it is still going to be 4. So the number is going to be unchanged. All right, 2 more to go here. This one is the multiplication property of 0. What this says is that multiplying any number by 0 will yield 0. When you guys were younger, maybe in like 3rd grade, you were learning about multiplication, and when you multiply anything by 0, you're essentially multiplying by nothing, which will leave you with nothing. So no matter what number you have, if you multiply it by 0, you will still have 0. So 3 times 0 is equal to 0. All right, this is the last one here. This is the multiplication property of 1. What this says is the product of any number and 1 is just that number. So if I were to take any number, I chose 7 here, and if I were to multiply that by 1, I will still get my same number, which was 7. This would also work if I did 1 million times 1. I would still have 1 million. All right, thank you guys for watching. These are the 7 main properties that we will be looking at this year.